Over the past few years, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, there's been an explosion of microbreweries. We like to call this a microboom. Microbrewery. Noun. A limited production brewery, typically producing specialty beers and often selling its products only locally. We start our journey with somewhere that's practically brand spanking new. Open since December 31st, 2016, and partially crowdfunded with Kickstarter. Our first stop, Odd Story Brewing Company. This is Jay Boyd. He's the head honcho.
I'm kind of biased on my recipes because, I don't know, just about every brewer will brew beers the way that he likes to drink them. So that's kind of the way that I've done mine. Just looking at I mean, these are all styles that I enjoy drinking. That's kind of why they're up there. And as you can see, I have an eclectic taste because it's kind of all over the place. Hopefully, once what will really set us apart is our barrel aging program. Like I said, we're still really new, so we've only got 6 going right now. But here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have at least 4 more filled.
Odd Story is great, but now we're moving on to the next stop. It's a little bigger, to say the least. It's actually the biggest and oldest brewery in Chattanooga. For our second stop, Chattanooga Brewing Company. This is Jeremy Raper. He gave us the inside scoop.
Anyway, inside the racking arm, that don't just go straight in, it goes in and there's a pipe that curves up. And what that does is allows all the yeast to fall to the bottom, and then we can collect beer from here without getting any of the yeast. And we'll reharvest our yeast and reuse it depending, we have a cell count. So if it's dead, obviously we don't use it, but you can reuse your yeast. A proper fancy big brewery lab could use their yeast forever and never change it. But they wash it and they clean it and make sure it's healthy and all that. But small breweries don't have that sort of equipment. It's all expensive. So we usually use our yeast 4, 5, 6 times, and then we dump it out, buy a new harvest, and then we'll just collect it off the bottom. Anyway, so this is our sanitizer for the can line. We'll flip those cans up on here upside down, and this belt will run them through here. This will usually be full of sanitizer, and it sprays up into the can, cleans it up. This is the seamer, that's what puts the tops on the cans. That arm drops down, it's got 4 wheels around it, pushes on top of the can, and then the 4 wheels spin around and double seam the lid so that it holds pressure.
This is Shayne's favorite beer. He just wanted everyone to know. Chat Brew is fantastic. Great beer, great people. Now we've got our sights set on somewhere new. New being the key word. Almost a year old, this brewery has been open since July of 2016. This place is the first brewery in Red Bank, Tennessee since Prohibition. It's named after the owner. Well, his nickname. Our final stop? Big Frog Brewing Company.
Lettuce.
Yeah, it should kick you off.
Lettuce in, it's cold out.
Oh, I've been working as a chemist, chemical engineer in the Northwest Georgia area in the carpet industry for the last 23 years. Being in Red Bank has helped me realize that I think there's more to it than being a big regional brewery. I love the community over here. Why am I in Red Bank? Starting in 2012, I started really looking into this, and I realized, okay, I am going to need, and that was one of the ways I sold my wife on this. We're going to invest in some real estate that I'm going to use to do the brewery. You know, I called the Chattanooga Beer Board and I said, look, I'm ignorant. I want to do a brewery in Chattanooga. There's just a few here. I want to do another one. What do you require? And they told me, you know, okay, it needs to have this zoning, it needs to be this far from church or daycare or schools. And when you find a site that you like, give us a call and we will set up a pre-submittal meeting. What the hell was that? Now I found this old industrial site. The site had been vacant for about 10 years. And the owner and I agreed on a price. And so I called up the beer board and said, hey, found a place, this is the address. And they said, great. So I go into this meeting and I'm thinking there's probably gonna be like 3 or 4 people in there. There was like a whole damn room full. There's like 15 people around this table. What we want to talk to you about is we want you to pour 120 feet of concrete curb and sidewalk, put in 2 handicap access ramps. We need you to relocate the storm sewer that's out here on the street. And we need you to get a certified industrial engineer to do a site survey and submit it to us for approval and all this other stuff. Are you kidding me? So I get out of this meeting, I go total up all this stuff. It's going to cost over $40,000 to do all this. I'm out. I'm done. So during this period of time, the mayor of Red Bank heard that somebody was wanting to do a brewery, and he reached out to me and said, hey, we'd love to have you in Red Bank. And I was like, Red Bank? You know, I hadn't thought about Red Bank. He said, Carter, let's have a meeting with you at City Hall. And so I went and met with the mayor, the city manager, public works manager, police chief, and fire chief. And we're in the courtroom. And he said, Carter, you're looking at the beer board, and we're here to tell you you're approved. All you gotta do is find a place. And they have bent over backwards working with me. They've rewritten the entire beer ordinance here in Red Bank. I'm the first brewery in Red Bank since Prohibition. Everybody goes, whatever, big deal. Well, there used to be 2 breweries here in Red Bank and a couple of distilleries before Prohibition.
I want to draw attention to Big Frog Wilderness. And, you know, it's the largest, I told you that, right? It's the largest wilderness area east of the Mississippi River. It's only like 40 minutes from here. Most people live in Chattanooga like you don't even know about it. And people that live around Cleveland are very very aware of it.
Anywhere you go around Chattanooga, you can always find great craft beer. You just gotta know where to look.